If you are over 60 and you wake up 3, 4, or even 5 times during the night to go to the bathroom, I want you to know something important. This has a solution. Today I'm going to explain how you can start improving with simple habits you can apply right now. Stay with me, because what you're about to hear can mark a real turning point in your sleep and your quality of life. I'm Dr. Gabriel Mina, a physician who has spent many years supporting men at this stage of life, and today I want to speak to you calmly and clearly about 5 practical habits that help protect prostate health after 60. The third one, I'll tell you in advance, often surprises people because it's rarely talked about, but it has strong scientific support and real results. Welcome to my channel. Here we talk about whole person health, longevity, and natural, easy habits that help you maintain physical, mental, and emotional balance. Take note and share this information with your family and friends so they can improve their health too. We upload new videos every day, so subscribe and turn on notifications to make sure you don't miss any of them. Before we continue, if you find this content valuable, a simple gesture like liking the video or sharing it helps this message reach more people who truly need it. Thank you from the heart for being here and for taking care of your health. Now, let's get into the topic. I know very well that for many men, these subjects aren't easy to talk about. Discussing the prostate, waking up multiple times at night, or changes in intimate life can bring discomfort or embarrassment. I completely understand that. I see it every day in my practice. But I've also learned something very clearly: staying silent doesn't solve the problem. On the contrary, it often allows it to progress. I remember, for example, Mr. Luis, a 68-year-old patient who came in exhausted, sleeping in short stretches, irritable, and convinced that this was just how life was now. With small daily changes, without new medications and without complications, he now sleeps much better and has regained his daytime energy. Stories like his remind me why it's so important to talk about this openly and honestly. Before we dive fully into the habits, it's important for you to understand why the prostate needs more attention after 60. The prostate is a small gland, about the size of a walnut, located just below the bladder and surrounding the channel through which urine exits the body. Its main function is to produce part of the fluid that accompanies sperm. Over the years, especially after age 50 and 60, this gland often increases in size. Even when this growth is benign, it can cause significant discomfort. As the prostate enlarges, it presses on the urinary channel, and that's when problems begin. A weaker urine stream, difficulty starting to urinate, the feeling that the bladder isn't fully empty, and most frustrating of all, frequent nighttime trips to the bathroom. This doesn't just interrupt your sleep. It affects your mood, your energy, and even your relationships at home. Many men believe this is simply a normal part of aging and that nothing can be done. But current evidence shows that there are simple, natural ways to reduce these symptoms and support prostate health with consistency. And here I want to invite you to something very simple. If this content is helping you, subscribe to the channel, share this video with someone who may be going through the same thing, and turn on notifications so you don't miss future videos. Every day we upload content designed specifically to support you and help you live better. Now let's move on to the first habit. And although it may seem basic, it has a huge impact: proper hydration. It's not just about drinking water, but about how and when you drink it throughout the day. As we get older, the sensation of thirst decreases. Many men go through most of the day without proper hydration, and when they finally drink fluids, it's already late. This causes the urine to become more concentrated and irritating, affecting both the bladder and the prostate. The result is often greater urinary urgency and more nighttime awakenings. The adjustment is simple and very effective. Drink most of your fluids in the morning and throughout the day, in small, evenly spaced amounts, and reduce liquid intake in the evening. This helps your body eliminate waste without overloading the urinary system while you sleep. Many men notice clear improvements with just this change. This habit costs nothing and can significantly improve your rest. The second habit is just as accessible and powerful: taking a short walk after meals. I'm not talking about intense exercise or going to the gym. I mean a calm, short walk after lunch or dinner. This simple movement improves circulation in the pelvic area, bringing more oxygen and nutrients to the prostate, helping reduce inflammation and supporting healthy function. Walking after meals also helps keep blood sugar levels more stable, which is essential for overall health at this stage of life. Let's go step by step, calmly, focusing on what you can realistically do each day. On this Dr. Gabriel Mina channel, we're truly happy to walk alongside you and share practical information to improve your habits and your well-being. Stay with me, because there are still very important habits to discover, and tomorrow we'll have a new video created especially for you. If after 60 you've noticed more difficulty urinating, waking up several times at night, or the sensation that your bladder doesn't empty completely, today you're learning how very specific habits can help protect your prostate and reduce these symptoms in a real and lasting way. One aspect that isn't always discussed is the relationship between diabetes and prostate health. Diabetes is a clear risk factor for both benign prostate enlargement and for more severe urinary symptoms. In addition, when we live a very sedentary lifestyle, especially after eating, the body produces more inflammatory substances that damage different tissues, including the prostate. This is where gentle movement makes a big difference. Light walking helps reduce these inflammatory markers and protects internal organs. Studies in men over 65 have shown that something as simple as walking for about 15 minutes after lunch and dinner can significantly reduce the risk of developing moderate to severe symptoms of prostate enlargement. And nothing complicated is required. You don't need a gym, machines, or long distances. A calm, consistent daily walk around your home, your block, or even inside your apartment is enough. It's a small habit that, over time, protects the prostate in a remarkable way. Now we move on to the third habit, and I know this topic sparks curiosity and sometimes discomfort because it's rarely discussed openly. I'm referring to maintaining regular sexual activity as a natural way to protect the prostate. Although it's one of the most effective habits, it's also one of the most ignored due to taboos and outdated beliefs. Let me explain this calmly. From a medical perspective, frequent ejaculation promotes a kind of internal cleansing of the prostate. It helps remove accumulated secretions, aging cells, and substances that, if they remain there for years, can lead to inflammation and more serious problems. This is not a personal opinion. Scientific evidence shows that men who maintain a regular ejaculation frequency have a significantly lower risk of developing prostate cancer over the course of their lives. Beyond this cleansing effect, sexual activity improves blood circulation in the pelvic area, relaxes the muscles surrounding the prostate, reduces stress, and supports emotional well-being. All of this helps lower local inflammation, which is one of the main enemies of prostate health. I want to clarify something important. It does not matter whether you have a partner or not. What truly matters is the regularity of ejaculation, whether with your wife, your partner, or through masturbation. Yes, said clearly and respectfully, masturbation is a natural, safe, and effective practice for keeping the prostate active and healthy. There is nothing to be ashamed of. It is preventive medicine. In my practice, I have seen many men over 60 carrying guilt or silence around this topic. I remember one patient who had lived for years with persistent urinary discomfort and a lot of fear about talking openly about his intimate life. When we addressed the issue with information and without judgment, he made small changes and within a few months noticed a clear improvement in his symptoms. Sometimes relief begins when we stop silencing what the body needs. If you have doubts, difficulties, or significant changes in this area, speaking openly with your urologist is essential. Ignoring the issue does not protect you, but approaching it with maturity and knowledge can save you many problems in the future. The fourth habit is related to something you do every day: eating. Eating well is not just about filling your stomach, but about choosing foods that truly help reduce inflammation and protect the prostate. There are specific nutrients that act directly on this organ, lowering the risk of benign enlargement and helping prevent unwanted cellular changes. One of the most studied is lycopene, a natural antioxidant found in foods such as tomatoes, watermelon, and guava. This red pigment has powerful anti-inflammatory effects and acts directly on prostate tissue. Men who regularly consume cooked tomatoes, at least a couple of times a week, show a noticeably lower risk of developing prostate cancer. The best part is that it is an affordable food and easy to include in everyday cooking. Another key nutrient is zinc, which is found in pumpkin seeds, nuts, and seafood. Zinc helps maintain hormonal balance and preserves the healthy structure of the prostate over the years. It is also important to include vegetables such as broccoli, cauliflower, and cabbage, which contain natural compounds that support the body's detoxification processes and help prevent cellular alterations in the prostate. Ideally, your meals should be varied, colorful, and plant-based, consistently including cooked tomatoes, green vegetables, mineral-rich seeds, and lean protein sources. In this way, step by step, with simple but well-focused habits, you are building a solid foundation to protect your prostate and your quality of life after 60. If you have made it this far, it is because you want to leave behind urinary discomfort, interrupted nights, and constant worry about your prostate. The good news is that everything you have learned today gives you real tools to start taking care of it right now. The foods I mentioned work quietly but very effectively, helping the prostate remain less inflamed, better oxygenated, and more balanced in its function. When nutrition is managed with intention, it becomes a powerful form of preventive medicine and one of your strongest allies for protecting prostate health in the long term. This brings us to the fifth and final habit, one of the most overlooked yet one of the most important: sleeping well and deeply to regulate hormones and protect the prostate. Many men underestimate the impact of sleep, but restorative rest is essential for maintaining the hormonal balance your body needs, and that balance directly affects prostate health. During the deepest phases of sleep, the body releases regulatory hormones such as melatonin and growth hormone. These substances help reduce inflammation and protect tissues, including the prostate. When sleep is insufficient, light, or frequently interrupted, these processes are disrupted, stress levels rise, available testosterone decreases, and overall inflammation in the body increases, creating a favorable environment for prostate problems. Long-term studies that followed thousands of men have shown that those who suffer from sleep disorders have a much higher risk of developing aggressive forms of prostate cancer. The reason is simple: without quality sleep, the body cannot properly repair tissues, leaving the prostate more exposed to inflammatory and degenerative damage. That is why creating a healthy sleep routine is essential. Aim to sleep in a dark, quiet environment, go to bed and wake up at the same time, avoid screens before bedtime, reduce coffee and alcohol intake in the evening, and if possible, keep the room cool. Sleeping well is not a luxury, it is a clear prevention strategy. Sleeping deeply not only rests your mind, it also protects your prostate night after night. And so, the 5 daily habits that can truly make a difference after 60 become clear: well-distributed hydration, walking after meals, maintaining regular sexual activity, a diet rich in lycopene and zinc, and deep, restorative sleep. None of this is empty promises. These are strategies supported by solid studies from universities and recognized medical centers around the world. And the best part is that they do not require expensive treatments, costly medications, or invasive procedures. They are simple changes you can start today, at home, at your own pace. I have seen this many times throughout my medical practice. I remember a patient who arrived exhausted, resigned to living with constant discomfort. He started by applying just 2 of these habits, and months later he returned calmer, sleeping better, and with much less urinary urgency. Those small, consistent changes truly transform lives. My invitation to you is clear and simple: choose one of these habits and start today. You do not need to do everything at once. Begin with the one that feels easiest and gradually add the others over time. The key is not perfection, it is consistency. Your health is in your hands. Do not wait for symptoms to worsen or for drastic solutions to be suggested. Prevention is your greatest ally, and these habits are real protection for your prostate. Take care of your body, value yourself, and give it the attention it deserves so it can support you with well-being for many years to come. Before we finish, I invite you to take a quiet moment and give thanks to God for life, for your body, and for the opportunity to learn how to care for yourself better each day. Knowledge is also a blessing when it is used to live with greater health and peace of mind. If this content has been helpful to you, I warmly invite you to subscribe to the channel, turn on notifications so you don't miss any of our daily videos, and share this information with someone you know may need it. Leave me a comment as well. I enjoy reading you and knowing how you are doing. On this Dr. Gabriel Mina channel, we are truly happy to accompany you, to contribute to your health, and to help you improve your habits with clear and practical information. Tomorrow we will have a new video created especially for you, so I'll be waiting for you here, because your well-being truly matters to us.